should be live. Apologies, y'all. I messed up. I accidentally ended the stream right when I started it, so I had to restart it. So hopefully y'all got the right link. Let me just repost it. Link.
My name is Jerry.
This is Chrispy. Thanks again.
Baseball.
Alright. I think we are good to go.
You are, yep.
Yeah, we should be good to go. Let me get everything situated on my screen. Ding. Can I delete this?
Can I get the remote? I think we just go down a little bit.
Yeah. Live. Delete forever. Alright. Oh shoot. Let me actually update.
I think Elsa's trying to scare you.
What do you mean?
She said boo.
Ah! Hi. Glad you found the right stream, Elsa. Sorry about that. Boom.
I can share the link elsewhere. You already posted it in the your main Discord?
Yeah, I just posted it in the Discord. Alright, y'all. Again, sorry about that. I literally, just as I started the stream, I accidentally double clicked and I hit end broadcast. So it made the old link useless. We streamed for exactly 49 seconds. Or no, 49 seconds ago. I think it was literally for 2 seconds. But anyways, welcome to Chrispy Unboxes Bloomburrow Commander. I actually have right here the other 3. I'm actually super excited. This is the first time I've bought the block of pre-cons. I think this is a great way to introduce people to Magic. This set specifically, I think it's a cool flavor, and then the mechanics I think are not too difficult to learn. So yeah, super excited about this. Tonight we're gonna start with the Peace Offering, which is the Group Hug deck. I've never actually played a Group Hug deck, but I love the idea of it. That's actually kind of what intrigued me about Magic in particular, is that not every deck is necessarily out to win, necessarily. You have decks that just cause chaos, you have decks that help everyone out. So I like that there's, in a non-competitive format, there's a lot of different variations on what a deck might do. Also, we got something playing in the background. If you can guess what it is, I'll give you something.
I think this tower over here needs to...
Oh, is it blocking?
I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, I'll give you a arena code if you can guess what's playing in the background. But yeah, without further ado. Oh, also, so this will have a what is it? Collector booster. What do they call it? Collector booster sample pack, with two cards in it, which will be cool. And then I have a bonus pack at the end. So this will be a 3-part stream where I'll do this one another day. You got it, Elsa. You got it. And then I'll do the other 3 decks on subsequent streams. What up, Jordan? You're just in time. So this is actually the first set where Braden, you might be sad or indifferent to know, There's no thick commander in this. They swapped it out for, I forget, it's like 2 foil. I think you still get 2 copies of your commander, but they're just not, one's not thick.
I ain't sad. You know why? You get a collector booster sampler.
Yeah, but you were getting that before anyways. It says 3 legendary traditional foils, so I think 3 of your legendary creatures are foil instead of getting the thick commander.
Again, that's just the attendant, the commander they want you to play,
yeah.
And then 2 alternates.
Got you.
Or the one, an alternate, and the super synergistic one.
So yeah, this will be a little bit new for commanders. And then again, so we've got the collector booster sample pack in the box, and then we have the 3 legendary traditional foils. Let's always check in the bottom. What else we got? Oh, and then the tokens, of course. Where does it say what's in the box?
It should say right in the front, I believe.
It says it in French.
Oh.
Yeah. Content, 11 cards, 1 booster with 3 cards, a deck box. See, this is, you're testing my my French knowledge here. Yeah, I literally can't see it anywhere up here. Oh, you know where it probably says it? Right here. I'm a dummy. In English. So includes collector booster sample pack plus 100 card deck with 10 new cards, deck box, 10 double-sided token cards, strategy insert, and reference card.
10 cards is a little less than normal for a commander deck.
For tokens? Or 10 new cards, yeah.
Usually it's 12 to 15.
So this deck is Kill 'em with Kindness. Battle your friends with powerful creatures and spectacular spells in Commander, Magic's most popular multiplayer format. Win friends and influence players with Miss Bumbleflower, who encourages a defensive, diplomatic approach over big attacks. Gift special perks to your new allies while building up +1/+1 counters, and watch the table crumble under your kindness. Oh, it is very appropriate. Thank you, Elsa. Also, Jordan, you gotta guess what we're watching in the background. Oh, Anna played this one. That I like that. Yep, you got it. Miss Bumbleflower. Miss Bumbleflower manages 3 tree cities most popular inn, as well as its pot of never-ending stew. All travelers are welcome. We'll read what her ability is when I pull the card. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's pop it open. We'll start with the commander or the collector sampler.
3 tree cities, really cool.
Isn't that a card?
Yeah, it's a land, and it gives the land itself a ability to tap for a mana for each of one of those creatures you control. So it's a tribal land, or as I like to call it now, a kindred land. So it taps for a mana equal to the amount of creatures you control, whether it be squirrels, rabbits, elves. It's a kindred land. Really, really cool. And it's cool that she's the innkeeper.
I know, I can't remember her in the story if she was in the story.
No.
Ooh, is this where the collector booster sampler pack is? This is kind of fancy.
It is. They really want to protect it.
Oh, it's the deck box. It's the deck box. No, but it is this, but just like a black sort of sleeve envelope thing is very, very fancy. These quote-unquote deck boxes. We'll see if after I sleeve the cards I can fit them in here, but I don't think usually. Actually, Al usually does a pretty good job. He keeps all of his deck boxes and sleeves them up. I just don't know, can you fit the tokens in there too?
You definitely can't do a double sleeve.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't planning on double sleeving, so. Got your deck box. I love, love, love this little magic symbol right here. Bumbleflower. Oh, it's her symbol. That's great. I'm assuming all of them have various symbols.
Well, we will see.
Alright, so right off the bat, I guess there's 3 cards in here. I thought there was 2 cards. for some reason. No, it contains 2 game cards.
What, and a token?
Maybe. Yeah, it says contents 3 cards in English. So I don't know what it's probably 2 playable cards and then like a token or something like that. How do I open this? There we go. Alright. Oh yeah, just like a placeholder card. Or an ad card. Alright, right off the bat, we've got Hearthborn Battler, which was in my my pre-release deck. Creature, Lizard, Warlock, has haste. 3-drop whenever a player casts their second spell each turn. Hearthborn Battler deals 2 damage to target opponent. It's a decent ability. And then we got Shortbow, which is a 2-drop. It's an artifact equipment. Equip creature gets +1/+1 and has vigilance and reach. Equip 1, or its equip cost is 1. Somebody brought up a really interesting thing in one of the Magic groups. If you could equip a card to an opponent, which is, of course, no, you cannot, but I like what they were thinking, because essentially every time a creature dies that has the thing equipped, you get to draw 2 cards. So it was like, could you do that to your opponent? But of course, again, no, you could not.
Spell Clamp.
There is something that allows you to equip artifacts and stuff to target opponent or creature.
Yeah, it's anyone that says any target. If a card says any target, you can equip to your enemies. But the card you're talking about is Skull Clamp, which is a powerful EDH engine.
Oh, no. Oh, yes. That was the one
that draws 2 cards.
Yeah. And then the card, then somebody posed a legendary creature that could do that. Oh man, this card is freaking cool. Actually, really quick, so we've got, what is this? I think this, oh, look at that. That is super cool. You'll never meet a more generous rabbit than in all of Bloomburrow than Miss Bumbleflower. Turn your opponents into allies by giving them extra cards. Build up your defenses with +1/+1 counters while everyone's arguing over who's your real best friend and poring over their many resources. All courtesy of you. Use the new gift mechanic to spread even more, love even more, all while reaping additional benefits. If you're lucky, you might even get to pull off an alternate win condition. And then it just explains Commander. But I do like this.
That is cool.
Oh, this is super cool. Little poster, and then description of Miss Bumbleflower. Graceful, gracious, and generous. Miss Bumbleflower is the owner and proprietor of 3 Tree City's most popular inn and its signature pot of never-ending stew. This utterly massive cauldron sits on the hearth at all times, where guests are free to take from and add to it as they see fit. Miss Bumbleflower can be found tidying up the inn or striking up friendly conversation on a grocery run. Even the most hardened and rambunctious guests dare not offend her, either because of her kind nature or the fear of offending everyone in town. Miss Bumbleflower inherited the inn from her mother, and a retired pirate, who founded the establishment as a safe place for animal folk to rest. To this day, Miss Bumbleflower is frequently visited by her mother's friends who regale her with adventurous stories of the past and even help out around the inn. It's perhaps because of these burly and protective friends that Mr. Foxglove has a hard time courting her. Not that Miss Bumbleflower realizes he is. Oh, interesting.
I agree with Elsa. The stew is the real thing. That's actually a real thing in life, in real life.
A perpetual stew?
Yeah. Especially in China.
And people just add random ingredients to it?
No, they just keep adding to it.
Alright. So, right off the bat, we've got Miss Bumbleflower. The art on this, and this is a beautiful, beautiful foil treatment. Is a 4-drop. It's a legendary creature, Rabbit Citizen. She has Vigilance, which means she does not tap, correct?
Correct.
Whenever you cast a spell, target opponent draws a card. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains flying until end of turn. If this is the second time this ability is resolved this turn, you draw 2 cards. Wow.
Love it.
That's crazy. It gains flying too? That's crazy.
Well, and your own creatures.
Yeah. That is crazy.
She can still have summoning sickness. And that ability resolves twice. You're giving 2 creatures flying and drawing 2 cards.
Alright, so here's her hubby and potentially an alternative commander. It's a 5-drop. Mr. Foxglove is legendary creature Fox Rogue. He has lifelink. Whenever Mr. Foxglove attacks, draw cards equal to the number of cards in defending player's hand minus the number of cards in your hand. If you didn't draw cards this way, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. I think it's not as synergistic with the rest of the deck, but still.
Well, if you're drawing a whole bunch of cards from his wife, you're putting a creature into play for free.
Yeah.
So if you have a big bomb, big baddie in your hand, and you play him and you draw again, you can put a creature out for free. It doesn't say a CMC.
Oh, true.
You're going to put out a big baddie bomb.
Tamio, she was in the Fellowship of the... I forget what they called it in the story. Tamio Field... Oh, wait. Oh, Tamio. Okay. She's from... She's from other stuff, but we saw her in Modern Horizons 3.
She's a...
Because they converted all the planeswalkers into creatures, animals.
So she originates from Kamigawa.
Okay.
Original Kamigawa.
Tamio, Field Researcher, is a 4-drop legendary planeswalker. Tamio, her +1 ability, choose up to 2 target creatures until your next turn. Whenever either of those creatures deals combat damage, you draw a card. Her -2 ability is tap up to 2 target non-land permanents. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step. And -7 ability is draw 3 cards. You get an emblem with you may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana cost. What?
Yeah, Tamio.
What? So is this a new Tamio, or is this just a reskin?
It's a reskin.
Okay.
But again, Tamio is the one that sealed Emrakul in the Moon.
Oh, shoot.
She's super powerful, but she got completed. I'm pretty sure she's done.
Tenuous Truce is a 2-drop. It's an enchantment aura, enchanted opponent. At the beginning of your enchanted opponent's end step, you and that player each draw a card. When you attack enchanted opponent or a planeswalker they control, or when they attack you or a planeswalker you control, sacrifice Tenuous Truce. Interesting. Loran of the Third Path. So are those okay? So those are the 3 foil legendaries. We'll have to see if we get another what is it? Sorry, Miss Bumbleflower. Because I thought they still give you the extra one, but maybe not. It's just not thick. Loran of the Third Path is a 3-drop. It's a legendary creature, human artificer. Has vigilance. When Loran of the Third Path enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Tap it, and you and target opponent each draw a card. Wow, I'm really seeing how this is very, very group huggy, which is cool.
What's funny is there's tons of cards of the Third Path. And I'm actually not sure what the Third Path is.
Well, let's read the flavor text. It says, as a scholar, she saw the Silex not as a weapon, but as a key to the past. So is a Third Path like a mage school or something like that?
Is she an artificer?
Yeah, human artificer.
Alright, so it's an artificer school, because
Gotcha.
it's Beldon of the Third Path.
What's the difference between an artificer and a mage?
They create, like, constructs.
Okay.
And, like, mechanical things. So Beldon of the Third Path has been a super powerful card in EDH for a long time. You know, so I I was just wondering what the third path is. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yes. Also, I love that, Elsa. Thank you for sharing. Steelburr Champion is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a mouse soldier. It has Offspring too. And if anyone doesn't know what Offspring is, you just pay that cost when you cast this spell. And you get to create a copy of this, but it's a 1/1. Which I guess doesn't matter in this case because this is already a 1/1. I really think if you're going to do an Offspring deck, you should also be utilizing Expend. They really synergize together. Vigilance, and whenever you're an opponent casts a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay, so it doesn't really matter that it's a 1/1. But also, I was like, where's Futurama? I heard the sound. It's coming from my bedroom. The secret to I can stop it. Hey Google, shut off the bedroom TV. Oh, I don't think I can shut it off.
Okay, turning off the bedroom TV.
Oh, I guess it worked. I'm seeing a lot of Vigilance in this deck, which is cool. Oh my god! Look at this. Tempt with bunnies. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. There we go. So Tempt with Bunnies is a 3-drop. It's a sorcery. Look at all those rabbits. It's a 3-drop. It's a sorcery. Tempting Offer. Draw a card and create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token. Then each opponent may draw a card and create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token. For each opponent who does, you draw a card and you create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token. Oh my god.
There's no flavor text on that, but it would be, breeding like bunnies.
Yeah, this is amazing. I love this
That's
card.
hilarious.
I wonder if there's an alternate art for this card. That would be sick.
Probably in the collector boosters. For
Yeah.
Sure.
I was so tempted to get a collector booster box for this just because the art. I think the art in this set is so cool.
But I feel like you can get most of the alternate art actually in the play boosters. There's only a couple ones, and again, they're all over $100.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I watched the prof open up a box.
I thought there was nothing over like 50 in this set.
Only the alternate art pop-up texture cards.
Okay,
There's
okay.
like 3 or 4 of them, and the prof did pull one in his collector booster, and it was worth over $100. And the collector boosters actually weren't that expensive for this set.
I think if anything, they're probably going to go down in price, hopefully.
Agreed. But again, those certain cards, you can almost pay for your box if you pull one.
Yeah. We got a Calamity Beast here, a wolf. Perch Protection is a 6-drop. It's an instant. Gift an extra turn. The gift mechanic is you can promise an opponent a gift if this spell resolves. So, kind of gives them incentive not to counter your spells and also to counter a counter spell. Because you can counter a counter spell, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
if I gift to you and then I go to cast this and somebody else tries to counter me, it behooves you to counter that counter spell, right?
But then we have to hold up our original agreement of whatever, why you giving an extra turn.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, I want that extra turn. An extra turn's never, you always want an extra turn.
Yeah. Create 4 2/2 blue bird creature tokens with flying. If the gift was that's crazy. 4 2/2 blue bird creature tokens with flying?
Yeah.
It is a 6-drop though. If the gift was promised, all permanents you control phase out, and until your next turn, your life total can't change, and you can't. Wait, is this the one that we were talking about?
You gain protection from everything, yeah. So, you gave someone an extra turn to wipe out the entire board,
Yeah.
and then you come back in. And, yeah, hopefully you're set up. But, again, gifting someone an extra turn, they can really set themselves up to protect against whatever you're doing.
I don't remember the 2/2 bird thing though. Is there another card that does this too?
There's another one that gives an octopus, a fish.
No, that gives an extra turn and then lets you phase out.
No.
It was this one
It
we
was
were
this
talking
one.
about?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a D&D.
Oh, yeah, because you were going through the group hug deck. I forgot. Sunscorch Regent. Yeah, the octopus one is insane. Sunscorch Regent. This is cool. Is a 5-drop. It's a creature. It's a dragon. It has flying. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Sunscorch Regent, and you gain 1 life. We trust in the Scale Lords, bringers of justice that none can escape. Erdnan Dramoka Warrior.
Yeah, Dramoka is a Khans of Tarkir, which we'll be revisiting Tarkir next year. It's a plains all about dragons. I think that's a reprint, but I'm not positive.
Wait, is a good way to tell? No. If it has the commander symbol on it, is it then not a reprint?
No. All cards in the commander deck have the commander symbol.
Oh, you're right. That's how I know which cards are the upgrades in my Food and Fellowship deck.
Going back to Bloomburrow.
Promise of Loyalty is a 5-drop. It's a sorcery. Each player puts a vow counter on a creature they control and sacrifices the rest. Each of those creatures can attack you or planeswalkers you control for as long as it has a vow counter on it. Interesting. How do you get... The only way you can get rid of it is with something that removes counters, correct?
So this card's actually funny. I'm interested when you reread it. So each player puts a vow counter on a creature they control and sacrifices the rest. Each of the creatures can attack you or a planeswalker you control as long as they have a vow counter on it. Now what's funny is having additional, like say I had doubling season out where I produced 2 counters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to save 2 creatures, but that's still 2 creatures that can't attack you. And it's funny. But if you had a doubling deck, which I think there is some doubling effect in this deck, where you can put one,
Yeah.
you can at least double your own vow counter, so you don't have to sacrifice as many creatures. For 5 mana, I don't know. But it's cool art. I like it. You see 5 different,
Making an agreement.
yeah. Interesting. I could see it being a cut, though.
Hoofprints of the Stag. 2-drop Kindred Enchantment Elemental. Okay, it's an enchantment, but it has a... So what were they called before?
Tribal.
It would literally say Tribal Enchantment?
Yeah.
Okay.
The term was considered offensive,
Yeah.
so...
Hoofprints of the Stag, 2-drop, Kindred Enchantment, Elemental. Whenever you draw a card, you may put a Hoofprint counter on Hoofprints of the Stag. Spend 3, remove 4 Hoofprint counters from Hoofprints of the Stag. Create a 4/4 white elemental creature token with flying. Activate only during your turn. Why does it say activate only during your turn instead of activate only as a sorcery? Because don't those mean the same thing?
No. Sorcery is at sorcerer speed. You can activate abilities at your opponent's turn.
But isn't sorcery speed only on your turn? Or no, does sorcery speed versus instant speed also have to do with the stack?
Both, and again,
Okay.
activated abilities activate when they say they activate. So whenever you draw a card, you may put a hoofprint counter on hoofprints of the stack. The only reason they want you to activate on your turn is because you can draw cards during an opponent's turn.
Yeah, but I just mean, isn't... Like, normally when it says you can only do it on your turn, they say activate only as a sorcery.
Yeah, but because you can draw during your end step, like, you can have instant cantrips. You draw at an instant speed.
Okay.
And Jordan, you are right. This card is good when Bumblefoot is out, because if you get the 2 draws, damn, 2 counters on
per turn, and then if you had something like Doubling Season or whatever.
Yep.
How much is Doubling Season? Isn't it like $50?
Yeah, it's right around there.
Yeah. Mangara the Diplomat is a 4-drop. What's a human doing in this deck?
And it's a mythic. What the hell?
Right? Legendary creature, Human Cleric, has lifelink. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or planeswalkers you control, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool, Tim.
again, that's a group hug card. It's preventing them from attacking you. 'Cause they don't want you to draw a card.
Wait, so what is this? This can be cast as either Realm Cloak Giant or Cast Off? No.
No, what you want to do is cast it as the sorcery, because you can cast it for the creature from exile.
Got you. So you first cast it as Cast Off, then once that dissolves and goes into your... Okay. Gotcha. So Realm Cloaked Giant is a 7-drop. Good
Yep.
guess, Tim.
Good guess.
Good guess.
And it's not Rescuers Down Under either.
Is that the same? Oh, so now we have multiple movies I can play while we're watching, while we're doing these. Because I need at least 4 movies to watch. No, Tim. Guess again. Are those movies directed by this guy?
No, Don Bluth? No.
Okay. Yep, you got it, Tim. Realm Cloaked Giant. It's a 7-drop. It's a creature. It's a giant. It has Cast Off, which is a sorcery adventure. What is an adventure?
That's the ability I pulled it. It's an Eldraine mechanic. Again, you cast the card for its adventure cost. After you do it, it goes in exile, and then you can bring it back into play for its
Gotcha.
creature cost.
So its sorcery ability is destroy all non-giant creatures. Then you exile that card. You may cast the creature later from exile. And the creature is a 7/7 giant with vigilance. That's crazy.
There's a red-white giant, Briorn. He's gonna love this card in that deck. People are gonna buy this card just for that deck.
Oh, this thing is sick. Sphinx of Enlightenment is a 6-drop. It's a creature Sphinx. It has flying. When Sphinx of Enlightenment enters, target opponent draws a card, and you draw 3 cards.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
This deck needs some big upgrades,
Yeah.
but with the upgrades, it's gonna be scary. It's definitely gonna be scary. Especially, again, when giving opponents so much draw, and you can play something that, like, anytime opponent draws a card, you draw a card, or, like, Consecrated Sphinx, anytime opponent draws a card, you draw 2. Like, this deck is good.
What are those elemental creatures in Skyrim? They're not dryads, are they?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what this reminds me of. Forgotten Ancient is a 4-drop. It's a creature. It's an elemental. Whenever a player casts a spell, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Forgotten Ancient. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of 1/1 counters from Forgotten Ancient onto other creatures. Dude, this deck is crazy. Any number of +1/+1 counters. I think everything we've pulled so far is a rare.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
it?
That's how they stack the deck.
Okay.
Oh, this is
Oh,
the
yeah,
beast.
you're right. It's an Atronach, right? It wasn't a Dryad?
No.
Okay. Like Storm Atronach and, like, what are they? Fire Atronach or
Yeah,
something like that?
But this card is beast. I love this card.
Bloodroot Apothecary. Oh my god. The art on this is so cool. It's a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a squirrel druid. It has Toxic 2. Players dealt combat damage by this creature also get 2 poison counters. A player with 10 or more poison counters loses the game. I am adding Toxic to my Eldritch Blast, by the way.
Nice.
Talking about my D&D character. It's a creature. When Bloodroot Apothecary enters, you and a target opponent each create a treasure token. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-creature token, that player gets 2 poison counters. What?
Dude.
So, like, okay, here are these treasure tokens, but also if you use them, you're getting poisoned.
Imagine against that your food deck.
That's crazy.
Your
Because it
food
wouldn't even
heals
be
you
the
3.
treasure tokens.
Your food heals you 3 life, but you're getting 2 poison every time you heal 3 life.
That's
So you're not going to want to do that. Never mind treasure, clue, all the other tokens, and other art. Like, it's very good.
Damn. And it's only a 3-drop either.
Yeah, anytime it's a token that's a non-creature, like that's pretty fucking good.
Oh, I think this is her never-ending stew right here. Communal Brewing is a... Oh, I tilt this a little bit. Oh, that's out of focus. There we go. Communal Brewing is a 3-drop. It's an enchantment. When Communal Brewing enters, any number of target opponents each draw a card. Put an ingredient counter on Communal Brewing, then put an ingredient counter on it for each card drawn this way. Whenever you cast a creature spell, that creature enters with X additional +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of ingredient counters on Communal Brewing.
Yeah, that's a big group hug. Like, it's funny. So, most likely it will come with 3 counters on it.
Yep.
Yeah, and then everything's gonna get +3/+3.
Oh, we got a Hydra. It's a Managorger Hydra. It's a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a Hydra. It has trample. Whenever a player casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Managorger Hydra.
Yep, great reprint. I think it works in the deck.
Again, it's all about +1/+1 counters, it seems.
Well, it's a creature card that starts low, and people aren't going to be targeting it because it's just 1/1. The more spells they play. Oh, Rishkar, my dog.
Rishkar Pima Renegade is a 3-drop. What's a Pima? Is it a tribe or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Legendary creature, Elf Druid. When Rishkar Pima Renegade enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Why doesn't it not say enters the battlefield?
Because it's just when he enters.
Enters what?
Like,
couldn't you read that as when he enters anything? Like, when he enters the graveyard? When he
I think in this set they simplified the text.
Got you. Okay. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Each creature you control with a counter on it has tapped to add mana. But this is a reprint, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah. Maybe Tarkir or Kaladesh. What's funny is that would be great in your dinosaur deck. Because it's just a counter. It doesn't say 1/1 counter.
Oh, true.
But he's not a dinosaur. But, again, it makes it so anything that has any of your dinosaurs can tap for a green mana. I love him. He's one of my faves from that set.
Wait, doesn't blue put any kind of counter? So if I'm putting counters on blue, then I also get to buff each one of my dinosaurs as well?
Yeah. And
That's
with
crazy.
Rishkar in play, they each can tap for a green mana. If, say, you can't attack or you need mana, that just makes it so anything that has a counter can tap for a green.
That would be sick in my dinosaur deck. Rites of Flourishing is a 3-drop. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Each player may pay an additional land on each of their turns. To practice synergy, many frogfolk elementalists find joy in cleansing rivers and ponds together.
Yeah, Rite of Flourishing just solidifies this as a group hug deck. And yeah, Jordan, that's what I was saying. They just simplified the text.
Tempts with Discovery is a 4-drop. It's a sorcery. It has Tempting Offer. Search your library for a land card and put it into the battlefield. Each opponent may search their library for a land card and put it onto the battlefield. For each opponent who searches their library this way, search your library for a land card and put it onto the battlefield. Then each player who searched a library this way shuffles. That's crazy.
It's funny.
So you could get 5 lands out of this card.
Yeah,
And it doesn't even say put it onto the battlefield tapped. It's just put it onto the battlefield.
it's a reprint, but cool, fresh art. I like the art, new art better.
Oh, we got another Hydra. It's a 5-drop. It's a Colonian Hydra. Creature Hydra Trample. Colonian Hydra enters with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever Colonian Hydra attacks, double the number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It was a bomb when it came out. Still is a bomb. I believe it came out with Theros. Yeah, just a bomb. I ran it in Animar for a long time. Might bring it back.
Oh, we got a Blumburrow Elder is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a tree folk, just like the Ents. As Vigilance, Blumburrow Elder gets +1/+1 for each color among permanents you control. For each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color.
Amazing card. I actually just pulled one of those from the Japanese Eldraine that Brent bought.
Oh, cool. I was gonna say, when did you get more Bloomburrow? But I forgot that there's reprints.
Yeah, no, I just got that from Eldraine.
Simic Ascendancy is a 2-drop. It's an enchantment. Has spend 3, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on a creature you control, put that many growth counters on Simic Ascendancy. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Simic Ascendancy has 20 or more growth counters on it, you win the game. That's crazy. Got a little win con in here. But I'm sure somebody would try and destroy this thing.
And do you remember the little pamphlet you read?
Yep.
It said maybe win by an alternate win con.
It's got to be this one.
Yeah. And again, I run it, and I used to run it in a couple decks, but
Each player, Garapor Orrery is a 4-drop. It's an artifact. Each player may play an additional land on each of their turns. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if that player has no cards in hand, that player draws 3 cards. Damn, that's a super group hug card.
but I don't like it. I don't.
No, why?
Because your command art lets you draw cards, and you're going to be drawing cards the whole time.
Yeah.
So you're really not going to benefit off that besides being like, who wants to play an additional land? But if someone plays with their hand, they're just going to be getting 3 additional cards each turn.
But there's abilities in here that buff me when other players draw cards.
Correct.
So.
I still don't like it. I think it's too much of a hug.
Psychosis Crawler. This thing is freaking cool. It's a 5-drop. It's an artifact creature, Phyrexian Horror. Psychosis Crawler's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your hand. Whenever you draw a card, each opponent loses 1 life. Damn.
See, that's great, because when you draw your card per turn, you lose 1 life. And then if you get her ability, and you draw 2 additional cards, it's additional 2 life off each opponent. So I like this card way better than the last one.
Adakar Wastes, land.
Oh, those are rare lands still.
Are they? What? I feel like they do, like, basic, like, enters, deals 1 damage. What are those, shock lands?
No, most of those lands are actually good. There's only 1 bad one. That was the Temple of Enlightenment.
Enters the battlefield tapped. Scry 1. Seacombe enters unless you control 2 or few other lands. Enters tapped unless you control a plains or an island. Enters tapped unless you control a forest or an island.
Those are good, trust me.
Enters tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands.
Those
Because
are,
they're dual lands.
Yeah, those are great lands, great reprints, and as the professor says, should be included in every commander deck.
Oh, these are filter lands.
Yep, those are great too. Some people don't like them. I like them.
Exotic Orchard.
That is in pretty much every commander deck.
This is really cool art, though.
Oh my god, that is.
That's sick.
Oh, I gotta look at that up close.
Sky Cloud Expanse. Spend 1, add 2.
Yeah, it's another kind of like filtered kind of thing. Ooh, a Candy Vista. It's actually a forest and a plains, so you can search that with a fetch land.
Oh, cool.
But what I love about this is that little mousy guy.
Little mousy. Looking at all his... He's in, Eden.
Basically.
Prairie Steam enters the battlefield unless you control 2 or more basic lands.
Yeah, and you can search. Same thing with this one. You can search that with a fetch land.
Oh, cool.
Well, these aren't dual lands, Jordan. They are considered check lands. So they check themselves. They can't come to play in tapped unless you have stated ability.
Temple of Mystery enters the battlefield tapped. When Temple of Mystery enters, scry 1. Yavi Maya, add 1 or add forest or island. Yavi Maya coast deals 1 damage to you. Overflowing Basin. Spend 1, add 2. So spend a colorless, add a green and a blue. Spend a colorless, add a green and a white. Sun Petal Grove enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a forest or a plains.
The mana base in this deck is absolutely insane. Some of those cards, again, are $6 or $7 cards.
Really?
Yes.
I think they did when they, because Proth always goes over the cost of these decks is like over $200 or something if you were to build this deck.
That is. Oh, you love this card.
Triskaidekaphile. What does that mean?
13, 13, 13.
It's a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a human wizard. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. What? So there's another win con. There's multiple in this thing.
Yeah.
Spend 4, draw a card. That's really cool. Also, that art is crazy. What does that word mean?
You're afraid of the number 13.
Oh, okay. What are you doing up there, bud? You see Charlie in the background? Yep. That's my familiar. Chasm Skulker is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a squid horror. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Chasm Skulker. When Chasm Skulker dies, create X 1/1 blue squid creature tokens with Island Walk, where X is the number of 1/1 counters on Chasm Skulker. Island Walk. Octomancer. Oh, I didn't know Octomancer was in this deck.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's the Gift the Octopus?
Yep.
Yep.
It's a 5-drop. It's a creature, frog druid, gift an octopus, which is an 8/8 octopus creature token. At the beginning of each end step, create a token that's a copy of target creature token that entered the battlefield this way. Wait, why doesn't it have a if the gift was given ability?
Because, again, reread the second part of the text.
Because you just get to make a copy of the
Yeah.
octopus? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, against my deck, my token deck, this
Yeah.
would wreck me. Because you get a copy of each token I create.
That's crazy.
That would wreck me. But it'd also be good in my token deck, because...
This is great. 20-toed toad.
Oh, I love this guy.
Is a 4-drop. It's a creature. It's a frog wizard. Your maximum hand size is 20. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on 20-toed toad and draw a card. Whenever 20 Toad attacks, you win the game if there are 20 or more counters on it and you have 20 or more cards in hand. Oh, so there's multiple win cons in this deck. That's crazy.
Hilarious.
That's crazy.
But I love this card. I love it.
Intellectual. Also, just look at that.
He's a pitchfork.
Yeah, he about ready to throw it down.
Dude, so many rares.
Intellectual Offering is a 5-drop. It's an instant. Choose an opponent. You and that player each draw 3 cards. Choose an opponent. Untap all non-land permanents you control, and all non-land permanents that player controls.
Wow.
How many basic lands are usually in a deck? A commander deck? Like 30 to 40? Yeah.
Or total land?
Yeah, total lands, I guess. 30 to 40?
You usually run 34.
Okay. Illusionist's Gambit is a 4-drop. It's an instant. Cast the spell only during the declare blocker step on an opponent's turn. So that means you can't... It's an instant, but you can't cast it on your turn. That's crazy. Remove all attacking creatures from combat and untap them. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Each of those creatures attacks that combat if able. If they can't attack you or planeswalkers, they can't attack you or planeswalkers you control that combat. So you play it when somebody's attacking you. You untap all their creatures and then just redirect them at another opponent.
100%.
That's sick.
That previous card, though, I want to say that is like the craziest group hug fucking card.
What, the Intellectual Offering?
Yeah, because you draw 3 cards and you untap all your permanents. You let someone else draw 3 cards and you untap someone else's permanents. But that other person doesn't have any permanents, or that anything to do with it. Such great value.
Yeah.
And then if it's someone's turn when you play that, and they're already at maximum hand size, they're gonna have to discard. So it's a funny group hug card. I really like it.
Damn.
A lot of stuff you can do with it.
Whoa, this card is super cool. Body of Knowledge is a 5-drop. It's a creature, it's an avatar. Body of Knowledge's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have no maximum hand size. Whenever Body of Knowledge is dealt damage, draw that many cards. So, you have a 20-card hand size, and then there's another one. There's multiple that give you maximum hand size. Does it matter which order you play those in?
Correct.
Okay. So you'd want to play the 20-card hand size and then play no maximum after that.
Yes, but again, even having more than 20 cards is gonna be rare, even though this deck is about drawing.
Yeah.
So if you get, it's called replacement effects. So say you have maximum hand size, no limit.
Yeah.
And then you pay the 20. The 20 precedes it because it's a replacement effect. But if you play another card that says no hand limit, that replaces the 20.
Gotcha. Which we've already passed, what, 3 cards that
3 or 4, and I guarantee you there's going to be another land that's classic in EDH. Can't think of it right now. It's something tower that gives you no hand limit.
Perplexing Test is a 5-drop.
I love this card.
It's an instant, has choose one. Return all creature tokens to their owner's hands. I thought tokens don't go to your hand.
Exactly.
Wait, but in this case they do?
No.
Oh.
They just go bye-bye.
Okay. Return all non-token creatures to their owner's hand. Your proofs were a bit non-traditional, but effective nonetheless. Full marks.
So the first printing of this card was in my token deck, Adrix and Nev. So this is a reprint from that commander deck. And cool new art.
Yeah, look at this little owl mage over here. Oh, this thing is cool. Jolrael, Mwanvuli Recluse.
Again, another close classic token creature draw engine.
I'm assuming Mwanvuli is a culture or something?
Yes.
Okay. As a 2-drop, it's a legendary creature. It's a human druid. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/2 green cat creature token. has spend 6 until end of turn. Creatures you control have base power and toughness XX, where X is the number of cards in your hand. That's crazy.
Great 2-drop. Again, in this deck, when you're drawing a lot, you're going to get that trigger all the time. And if it's low costing creatures, you're going to be able to buff her. She was in my token deck. I cut her. But still a great card and makes sense.
Oh, look at this little cutie. I wonder if this is Helga. Fisher's Talent is a 4-drop. It is an enchantment class. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal if it's a land card. Create a 1/1 blue fish creature token if you revealed it that way, then draw a card. Spend 2 if you would create a fish token. Create a 3/3 blue shark creature token instead. Spend 4 if you would create a shark token. Create an 8/8 blue octopus creature token instead. That's sick.
Yeah, so this is based off a card in Adrix and Nev. That's a creature. It does the same exact thing, but a little bit weaker. I think it goes from 1/1 to a 2/2 to a 4/4.
Is that the one that turns into a kraken ultimately or
Yes.
something? Okay.
And again, this deck and the token deck actually have a lot of synergy. It's fun.
Sylvala Explorer Returned is a 3-drop. It's a legendary creature. Elf Scout. Has Parlay. Tap it to each player reveals the top card of your library. For each non-land card revealed this way, add a forest and you gain 1 life. Then each player draws a card.
So this card first appeared in Battle Bonds, I believe.
Mhm.
It was very expensive. It's probably still up there, but not as expensive as it was. And it was, again, a group hug.
Quain Itinerant Meddler. It's a 2-drop. It's a legendary creature, Rabbit Wizard. It has tap it. Each player may draw a card. Then each player who drew a card this way gains 1 life. Why so slow? Why so slow? Hurry up. You never know what you'll find.
Great reprint. Needed to be in the set.
Thank you, Jordan. I tried my best. I had to sound it out. Coveted Jewel is a 6-drop. It's an artifact. When Coveted Jewel enters, draw 3 cards. Tap it to add 3 mana of 1 color. Damn. That's pretty good. Whenever 1 or more creatures an opponent control attack you and aren't blocked, that creature draws 3 cards and gains control of Coveted Jewel. Untap it. That's not as great.
Yep, that's immediate cut.
Yeah.
It's a super group hug thing because everyone's going to be constantly passing it around, but that's like too much power to give it to someone. Way too much.
Damn. Got a land. Temple of Plenty enters tapped. When Temple of Plenty enters, scry 1. Add green or white. We got a Generous Gift. It's a 3-drop. It's an instant. Destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green elephant creature token.
Great. That's a EDH staple. It's great uncommon.
Yeah, is this the first freaking uncommon we've
It is.
seen in the whole
It
deck?
is.
Jesus.
It really is.
Swords to Plowshares. It's a 1-drop. It's an instant. Exile target creature. Its controller gains life equal to its powers. Isn't this in LOTR too?
It is the, I think, number 1 white staple there is.
Okay.
But that's a really cool art. I need to see that up front when you go to the next card.
Yeah, that is sick.
There's tons of great arts for this card, but oh yeah, I love that art because if you look at it, all the swords in the background.
Yeah, this thing's gorgeous. Oh, this is great. The same muscles used to swing a sword can be used to feed a burrow. Secret Rendezvous is a 3-drop. It's a sorcery. You and target opponent each draw 3 cards. Strixhaven's 5 college encourage rivalries among the students, but some bonds transcend all barriers.
Again, Strixhaven is the Harry Potter set.
Oh. Baird, Steward of Argive, is a 4-drop. It's a legendary creature, human soldier. Has vigilance. Creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. Charlie thinks you have something for him. Oh, shoot. What time is it? Oh, it's way past. Do you mind feeding him? Thank you. We're doing a whole cup of the dry food now. Because he's been eating all of his food. Oh, and a half of a... There should be a can in there, and you just add the whole half of it. We got an offer you can't refuse. As a 1-drop, it's an instant counter target non-creature spell. Its controller creates 2 treasure tokens. Basic. Wizard class, enchantment class. It's a 1-drop. You have no maximum hand size. Here's another no maximum hand size.
Nice.
Spend 3 when this class becomes level 2. Draw 2 cards. And level 3, spend 5. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control.
Chris, where's his dry food?
Underneath. Cultivate, it's a 3-drop. This land is, this art is gorgeous. This one was too. I really like little rat enchanter. Cultivate, 3-drop. It's a sorcery. Search your library for 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards. Put 1 onto the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand. Then shuffle. Oh, we got Farseek. It's a 2-drop. It's a sorcery. Search your library for a plains, island, swamp, or mountain card. Put it in the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle.
This is only a half cup, right?
Yeah, but fill the cup itself. Whatever it is.
So just a half cup?
Yeah, you filled that half cup, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Broken Wings is a 3-drop. Instant. Yeah, sorry, that was confusing. Destroy a target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Oh my god, look at this little guy! Spore Frog is a 1-drop. It's a creature, it's a frog. Sacrifice Spore Frog. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. A progenitor of tadpoles and allergies in equal measure.
So Spore Frog's a classic EDH staple and just commander.
Look at this art, though.
That's the original art.
Oh, it is?
It's
Okay,
the secondary art.
Gotcha.
It's been around forever. But he's what's called the creature with fog. Because fog does that same ability.
Yeah.
But he's a walking version of it. People love Spore Frog.
What are you yelling about, bud? You ready for dinner? We got Wear Down. This thing's freaking cool. It's a 2-drop. It's a sorcery. Gift a card. Destroy target artifact or enchantment if your gift was promised. Instead, draw 2 target artifacts and or enchantments. Damn.
You know what's funny? That's a alternate version of Wear Away, but without the gift mechanic. Wear Away is the same cost, but it's just destroy target artifact or enchantment. So Wear Down, you get the gift, you get the multiple destruction, which is nice.
Peerless Recycling is a 2-drop. It's an instant. Has gift a card. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand if the gift was promised. Instead, return 2 target permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. I love that art. Anything with raccoons on it, I'm down for. Ooh, Coiling Oracle.
Classic.
I've seen this art before.
You've done the better art by Richard Kane Ferguson.
Oh, yes.
Super colorful.
Yeah, I remember.
Fruity Pebbles looking. But yeah, you've pulled these a million times.
Coiling Oracle is a 2-drop. It's a creature, Snake Elf Druid. When Coiling Oracle enters, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it into the battlefield. Otherwise, put that card into your hand. Riot Control is a 3-drop. It's an instant. You gain 1 life for each creature your opponents control. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you this turn. Ravnikins need order. If they don't have it, we shall bring it to them. Ooh, Martial Impetus. This art is super, super cool. It's a 3-drop. It's an enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and is goaded. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, each other creature that's attacking one of your opponents gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Really, really like this art. Ah! Oh man, this is great. This is great. I did not know there was hamsters in this set. Like, what? I am very happy with this. Ah, shoot. I think next time I should put something over that light as well. Oh wait, duh, I can turn it down. What am I thinking? Hopefully that makes it a little better. Less of a glare. Crap that I can adjust the brightness on these. Sorry about that. Jolly Gerbils. This art is beautiful. Oh yes, Elsa, I have a book for you. I have 2 books for you now. Talisha gave you one. Jolly Gerbils is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a hamster citizen. Whenever you give a gift, draw a card. That is super synergistic. That's super cool. With all the chaos going around, we thought it might be the perfect time to take a break and have a nice picnic. Would you like to join us? Love this. Love this. Love this. Long River's Pull. Long River's Pull is a 2-drop. It's an instant. Has a gift a card. Counter target creature spell. If the gift was promised, instead counter target spell. Thought Vessel is a 2-drop. It's an artifact. You have no maximum hand size. Tap it to add colorless or waste mana. Arcane Signet. This is really, really cool art for Arcane Signet. Is that a bat? Yeah. That's super cool. Oh, I can't wait to see what the Soul Ring looks like in this deck. That's sick. Braden, you gotta check this Jolly Gerbils. It's a hamster card.
I was watching the stream the whole time.
Oh, and the Arcane Signet. This Arcane Signet art is sick. Oh, we got Swiftfoot Boots. I think that's old art, though. It's a 2-drop.
Yep.
It's an artifact equipment. Here, check these out. Artifact equipment. Equip creature has hexproof and haste, and its equip cost is 1. We all know what Swiftfoot Boots.
That's a weird Arcane Signet. But what I love, if you didn't notice,
What?
they gifted them a fish.
Oh, shoot. That's
Right?
amazing.
That's a gift of fish.
Yeah.
Show it on the screen again.
Gift of fish. I just like that there's hamsters. I literally have
Me
not
too.
seen a single freaking hamster in this whole...
They're gerbils, not hamsters.
Well, this says Jolly Gerbils, but that says hamster. Hamster
That's
citizen.
confusing because, again, most of the are mice. So, there's just a whole bunch of rodentia.
But yeah, this Arcane Signet art is sick.
It's weird. I don't see what's going on.
Felwar Stone. It's a bat with a
That's what I'm saying.
crystal on its chest.
But the only bat is the, Calamity one. Or...
No. Batfolk are...
Oh, no, it's right now.
Yeah, there's in the... I forget, the Fellowship or whatever you want to call it. There's a
There's a good one.
Yeah. Felwar Stone. I think bats in general are good. The evil or like the sort of bad creatures are lizards.
The owl.
Yeah, no, but I'm just talking about like basic creatures.
Oh, not the calamity.
Yeah, not the calamity beasts. Is lizards, rats. I can't remember, but like some of the creatures are aligned good, and some of them
Definitely
are aligned
rats,
bad.
though.
Yeah, rats are bad. Felwar Stone is a 2-drop. It's an artifact. Add 1 mana of any color that a land an opponent's control could produce. Oh, is this new art for Sol Ring?
Definitely.
Sol Ring. We all know what Sol Ring does, but that is some nice new
100%.
fancy art.
What's the flavor text say?
Water surges in a mysterious crater created eons ago, revered by Batfolk as a nexus for the cosmos.
No, so I mean, it's just, that just proves what you just said. Batfolk are good.
Yeah.
That's a great Sol Ring. I like it.
Ooh, Mind Stone. It's a 2-drop. Artifact. Tap it to add 1 mana. Spend 1, sacrifice Mind Stone, draw a card.
Old card. But that Sol Ring would look so good in foil.
Oh, yeah. So we got another land. Enters tapped. As it enters, choose a color other than white. Tap it to add a white or 1 mana of the chosen color.
Not the worst, not the best, and the card behind it's the same.
Yeah, okay. But it's blue instead. Oh, Evolving Wilds. We all know Evolving Wilds. This one's cool, though. This reminds me of the Entwood, whatever, the Fangorn Forest. It's very, very cool. Thriving Grove. Same as the others, just green. Terramorphic Expanse. Sacrifice it. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it into the battlefield. Then shuffle. Put it in the battlefield.
The Fabled Passage.
Ooh, this is a cool command tower. I think that's a Batfolk house, I'm assuming. Yep. Deep in the forests of the valley, there is an ancient Batfolk tower with mysterious runes etched onto its structure.
I'm really surprised by this, because that is a really cool art. And again, they usually don't do new arts for Command Tower in pre-cons. Not in pre-cons.
Do I have command tower in my Lord of the Rings deck?
Probably, because it's a staple now. It's in every deck.
Okay. And then there's also, I mean, this wasn't in a pre-con, but there's the Jurassic Park command tower.
Yeah, that was great.
Seaside Citadel, enters tapped, add a green, white, or blue. Reliquary Tower, you have no maximum hand
That's
size.
the one I was talking about.
This is great. There's so many no maximum hand size cards.
Yeah, Reliquary Tower, though, it comes in every, just like Command Tower, it comes in every deck.
Okay. What's your Clue deck? Is that a Murders at Karlov Manor? Oh, and now I think we might be on to the basic lands. We'll look through the arts. Plains. Plains. Oh, this is cool. Island. Oh, forest. And now we're on to the tokens. We got a token creature elephant, Oliphant, and then a squid. Oh, that was it. The Kraken, essentially, right? Is the squid card. Has Island Walk. This creature can't be blocked. Oh, we know what Island Walk does. It's a 1/1. Steelbur Champion. It's a token creature. It's a mouse soldier. It has vigilance. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature.
Oh, yeah. I have that in my draft deck. I have one that produces that.
Another squid token. Rabbit token creature. 1/1. That's probably just for the... Oh, look at that octopus. That is super cool.
Gift a rabbit, or many rabbits.
Treasure token. Oh, these are cool. Like Russian nesting dolls almost.
No, those are great. Or was it saying family's treasure?
What is it?
Is family treasure?
Oh, maybe. Or raccoons like treasure,
Yeah.
like shiny things. This cat token, which I think I might have. Did you give me one?
Yeah, that's from Wilds of Eldraine.
That is gorgeous. Got another rabbit creature token. Gift of fish. Got a bird. Gift of fish. Got a bird. Oh, gift a shark. Look at that guy.
Well, that's not for gift a shark. That's
Well, you gift a fish, and then that enchantment turns it into a shark.
But yeah, so commander decks come with every token they need. Maybe not the amount you need,
Yeah.
but at least one version.
This thing is sick. It's got like coral growing on it or something. That's gorgeous.
Oh, it's like algae or...
Yeah. Elemental with flying. It's a 4/4. Another shark token. Another
That
elemental.
Sick. That elemental is wicked sick.
Cat. Ooh, and it comes with a poison counter. And another rabbit token. That is awesome. I also have all the sleeves, so I will be sleeving this up maybe later. We'll see. Want to get some gaming in with Bray Bray. And to finish things off, we've got a little bonus pack. I can't get these mixed up with the commander deck. Got a little Bloomburrow play booster pack that I've been sitting on. See if we pull any of these fun alt arts or anything like that. Deep Clue C. If I get Maha Braden, it's going to you.
Please.
It's going to you.
I need him.
Do you need them for a specific deck?
Yeah, Toss Scroll.
Okay.
Because Toss Scroll, getting each opponent's end step,
Yeah.
they put a -1/-1 counter on all creatures. And my heal makes all creatures 1/1.
Alright, so we got... Wait for that to focus. War Squeak. It's a 1-drop with enchantment aura. I love that. What's he riding on? He's riding on like an animated stick beast or something. Enchant creature when War Squeak enters. I love that it's like, instead of like War Cry, it's like War Squeak.
No, that's great.
That's great.
I didn't even think about that.
Enters the battle. When War Squeak enters, target creature an opponent controls can't block this turn. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and haste. It's almost like, what's it when you like instill fear into your opponent?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what the War Squeak is. So
And,
can't block.
And Bushido and Iaedo, it's called the Ki Shout. You and catch them off guard.
Also, like, what is it? The Polynesian, the Maori.
That's a great art.
Yeah, this thing is sick. Dire Sight. Look at that frog sorcerer. It's a 3-drop. It's a sorcery. Has survey 2, then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life.
Dude, I love the flavor text in this one.
Oh, also the art on this. He's predicting the art from the other, that
Yes.
Calamity Beast card.
Now read the flavor text.
There's a fine line between predicting the future and causing it.
That is... Woo!
That's gorgeous art. 3-tree Root Weaver. It's a creature, it's a mole druid. Tap to add mana of any color.
That's the first mole we've seen.
Yeah, I know.
So there's
Not a lot of
hamsters,
hamsters.
gerbils, moles.
Well, I don't know if there's gerbils, because that was only the name of the card. Its actual creature type was hamster.
So weird.
Night Horror Hermit is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a rat rogue. Vigilance. Threshold. As long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, Night Horror Hermit gets +1/+0 and can't be blocked.
What's up with that lowercase w?
Where?
Like, night quarrel? Like, it looks like it should be 2 words.
Oh, like hyphenated maybe?
But the W seems extra small.
What is Night Horror? It must be a faction or something in Bloomburrow,
I
right?
don't know, but that W looks extra small.
He etches his secrets onto the shimmering shells of mussels, saving them to share with the great snail.
What is the great snail?
I don't know. Carrot Cake.
Oh, I love this card.
It's a 2-drop. I want to retry Carrot Cake. I didn't like it as a kid, but I feel like I would like it now. Especially with like a nice cream cheese frosting.
But I love how
something.
this is a food token. Or a food.
Artifact food. 2-drop. I think you talked about this one. When Carrot Cake enters, when you sacrifice it, create a 1/1 White Rabbit creature token and scry 1. Spend 2, sacrifice Carrot Cake, you gain 3 life. So it is a treasure token. I mean, it is a food token with an added ability. But it's not a token.
But
It does the same thing, though.
But when it enters and leaves the battlefield, you create a 1/1 rabbit. So you might have read over that.
No, I did. That's what I'm saying. Is it's a food token with an added ability.
But you gotta remember, when the abilities, again, never says food token, it says when you sacrifice a food. So it's still just a food. What did
Yeah.
Brent say here? This card set reminds me of our favorite games, Brutal Kingdom.
Yeah. Love Brutal Kingdom. Moonrise Cleric. Is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a bat cleric. Has flying. Whenever Moonrise Cleric attacks, you gain 1 life. The Sunrisers have entrusted me with their life force. I intend to repay them bountifully. Oh my god, is that what bats call other, like, what is it? Diurnal people?
Oh yeah.
He's like,
Non-nocturnal.
the
yeah.
Sunrisers.
That's
You
hilarious.
Sunrisers.
Kind of stings a little bit.
Heaped Harvest is a 3-drop. It's an artifact, another artifact food. When Heaped Harvest enters, and when you sacrifice it, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped. So this is like almost identical to the other one, just with a slightly different ability.
Yeah, so I ran this in my draft deck originally for the first round, and I cut it. It's still good because it's 3 mana. You search your library for a land card, you get it, and then you can sacrifice for life. But it's still too clunky and more slow of an engine.
Oh, I love this guy. Brambleguard Veteran. It's a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a raccoon warrior. Whenever you expend 4 raccoons you control, get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn.
He's cute.
Why should bird folk get the best view?
He's definitely cool, but
Yeah.
too niche because it's only raccoons. So
But if you put it in a raccoon deck like Elsa's,
hopefully it comes in that deck. If not, you have one. So
yeah. Mouse Trapper is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a mouse soldier. It has flash and valiant. Whenever Mouse Trapper becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, tap target creature an opponent controls. I'm not here to hurt you, but I will stop you from hurting others.
Valiant is an amazing ability in this set. There's so much cross synergy. Like I run it in my red green deck for sealed, and it came up so much. It was amazing.
Bushy Bodyguard. It's a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a squirrel warrior. Has Offspring 2. When this creature enters, you may forage. If you do, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. To forage, exile 3 cards from your graveyard or sacrifice a food. And it does not say food token.
Yeah,
It just says
nothing's-
food.
Anything that says food, it does not say food token. It just says food, which is interesting.
Drift Gloom Coyote is a 5-drop. It's a creature. It's an elemental coyote. When Drift Gloom Coyote enters, exile target creature an opponent controls until Drift Gloom Coyote enters the battlefield. If that creature had power 2 or less, put a +1/+1 counter on Drift Gloom Coyote.
Wow, I love that art.
Yeah, this thing's sick.
It's kind of scary because is that multiple rabbits in there?
I think it's a rabbit and a mouse or something in the background. These two are rabbits, and then that looks like a mouse. Because he's got like a rat tail, kind of. Oh no! Mice don't have rat tails, so it's gonna be a rat.
Or be a possum.
Maybe. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Probably a rat.
uncommon, or our first rare. Hopefully, first of a few. Is a 2-drop. It's at the beginning of your end step. It's an enchantment, Lunar Convocation. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain and lost life this turn, create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. Spend 2, pay 2 life, draw a card.
Wow. That's an amazing card. Probably Vampire Bat.
Oh. Ooh, dude, this land is gorgeous. That is sick. Little snowy vista.
Oh, do you know how the lands work?
What do you mean?
All the full art lands can be in 4 different seasons.
What? So each, like,
Island
an
is-
island has 4 different seasons. Forest has 4 different seasons. Yep. That's sick. That's sick. See, that would have been cool to get in the collector boosters, to get foil versions of them. This card is gorgeous.
Yeah,
And not even just because it's foil. The foil does make it pop, though. Brambleguard Captain is a 4-drop. It's a creature. It's a mouse soldier. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is Brambleguard Captain's power.
So I pulled 2 of these in the sealed event. And this is the one that I messed up on. So each combat I was able to add its power to another creature. And the creature I was targeting is whenever it is targeted, you add a 1/1 counter to that creature. So I forgot to add the 1/1 counters to the creature. But I had 2 of these out, and I was just adding so much to that creature. Ugh. Great draft card.
Damn.
When we do the draft,
Yeah.
if you're going for red, definitely pull this card.
Damn, this thing is sick.
I love her. I'm pretty sure it's a her. I love her.
We sought adventure and found calamity. Forward so we may meet both with courage. That's great. And then, last but not least, oh my god, we got Hypnotoad. Art card. Hypnotoad art card.
Oh, that's Gitrog.
Oh, that's the one that Kevy wants, right? Yeah, the Gitrog monster.
So yeah, that's a special edition. Like, he's been around forever.
But this is new art for this set, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like an amazing art. Like,
Damn.
I like it better than the original art.
Yeah, again, it's Hypnotoad.
But the secret, you know what the secret layer art is?
No.
It's him like Kermit form.
Wait, let me see.
You gotta look it up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you want to pull it up, and then we can show the peeps.
So it's not directly Kermit, but you can tell. Like, that's what they were going for.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, you have to rearrange it for the screen.
Oh. The Gitrog monster. Legendary creature, frog horror. Has death touch at the beginning of your upkeep. Sacrifice the Gitrog monster unless you sacrifice a land. You may pay an additional land for each turn, on each of your turns. Oh, okay. Not on each turn. Whenever one or more land cards are put into the graveyard from anywhere, draw a card. That's really cool.
He was competitive EDH for a while.
And he's not even that expensive, because Kevin was like, oh, I want one, but I think he's only like a $10 card, if I'm not mistaken. Probably not that version, but...
No, not that version, but yeah.
And now also that he's been reprinted too, I'm sure it makes a difference.
He's a $4 or $5 card. But I love this version because he's kind of like Kermit.
Yeah.
Kind of scary though.
Alright, y'all. That's all we got. Again, we've got Squirreled Away coming. And then we got, maybe not in this order, Family Matters. And then my personal favorite, is Animated Army because its tagline is "Make trash, do smash."
Are you kidding me? That deck is called Family Matters.
Oh.
Like one of my favorite 90s.
Yeah, the
TV
bird
shows.
deck. The bird deck is called Family Matters. Squirreled away. Hoard tokens. Squirrels. Make trash, do smash. And then make offspring, go wide. Okay, so that's going to be the offspring deck. Which I'm surprised that the rabbit deck is not the offspring deck. But it does have offspring. So.
You're right. That should have been, but
Either way. Alright, y'all. Brent, if you're still out there, Jordan, Elsa, Tim, thank y'all for hanging out. Again, until next time, which, I don't know, I'm going to try and, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this over the course of 4 weeks, because I want to be playing with these. So maybe if I can get a couple more streams in, maybe like on Wednesday or something like that. If he's around. But, alright, y'all. Love you so much. Thank you for hanging out. Jordan, Brent, Elsa, y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see y'all later. Alright, good night, y'all. Say bye, Braden.
peace out, y'all.
And say bye, Charlie. That's Charlie. Right behind me.
Biting the shit out.
Right there. He's biting you.
So gentle.
Oh, he bites me hard when he gets in a mood. But, alright, y'all. Love you. Night.